Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's video will be on a Sudoku called Slot Machine, and this was created by Prasanna, an excellent solver and creator from India, one of the ace solvers. This Sudoku was taken from his blog. This Sudoku was created by Prasanna for the Daily League. It was a Facebook page where authors across the world used to post a Sudoku. It is not active as on date. In fact, it hasn't been active for close to a decade now, but still the Sudokus are really like gold. And I thought this would be a nice Sudoku to make a video on, because this Sudoku is also present in the Indian Sudoku Championship, which is happening this weekend. So let's go into the rules of the Sudoku. Classic rules apply. So each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. And additionally, the 3 shaded columns that you see in the grid or like a slot machine, the 9 numbers they contain will be in exactly the same order / sequence. The strips wrap around the grid for the ordering. So these shaded columns that you see will have numbers in the same sequence. So how do I say? Let's say we have, for example, 4, 7, 3, 8, any random order, right? 4, 7, 8, 3, 9, 5. Let me put a 6 here. 1, 5, and 2. Some random sequence I have given, right? Random sequence of numbers I have given. Now in this strip 2, the same sequence is adopted. For example, if the 1 is here, I can start with the 1 here. I do not know where the 1 goes, but I do know that if the 1 is here, the sequence has to be the same. So 1, 5, 2, 4, 7, 3. Ignore this for now. Obviously, this is breaking, but just to explain the rules. So 8, 9, 6. And similarly, in this column, let's say 1 starts here. Again, the same sequence will follow. 1, 5, 2, 4, 7, 3, 8, 9 and 6. So this is how a slot machine works, and that's what the rules say. The strips wrap around the grid for ordering. So you can see that 7 goes to 3, it will come down below, and then it goes to 3, because after 7 you have 3. So these are the rules of slot machine Sudoku, and the author has rated this Sudoku as hard. The link to solve this is in the description, so please don't despair if you're unable to solve the Sudoku. It can be quite hard. So let's start the Sudoku now, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button. We'd be really happy to see you subscribing to the channel, and we are really glad that we hit 3,500 subscribers recently. Thank you. Let's start the Sudoku now. 5, 5, so 5 is in one of these two cells. 1, 1, 1 goes here. Okay. 2, 2, 2 goes here. 2, 2, 2 goes here. 6 is not here, 6 is not here, so 6 is in one of these two cells. So at last we got something. So 6 goes here, and 6 is not in column 1, 6 is not in row 5, so 6 goes in one of these two cells, and that puts a 6 here. So now in row 9, where does the 6 go? You have 6 here, you have 6 here, so 6 goes one of these two cells. So very quickly you will see that all these corner markings will come to a stop, and you have to really use good solid logic to complete the Sudoku. Now the first thing I noticed was, I have solved the Sudoku already by the way. If you have a 2 in this cell, what exactly happens is, let's say you have a 2 here, so 6 gets forced here, and by Sudoku 6 gets forced here. Now you know that this is a slot machine, so the ordering will be same, and 2 occurs 2 cells after 6, so which means 2 has to be here, which is not possible, right? Which means that you have a really sharp reduction. 2 doesn't go here, so 2 has to be here, and that by Sudoku puts the 2 in these cells. That's excellent. And then let me think a bit now. Okay, 3, 3, so 3 goes here, Okay, so if you look at the ones, one is not in this area, in box 6, this area I mean, so one is in one of these 3 cells. And again, a sharp reduction, just like what we did for the 2s. We made the 2 clash with the 6 pencil mark. Now I'm going to make the 1 clash with the 6 pencil mark. Suppose, let's say I have a 1 here. What happens is 6 is quickly forced here and 6 is quickly forced here. Now look at this. 1 occurs 2 cells after the 6. Now similarly here too 1 will occur 2 cells after the 6, but again that is a contradiction. This is really nice. So I can eliminate 1 from this cell. So 1 must be in this domino. So which puts 1 in this 3 cells. Okay, so one thing to observe is, look how this pattern is going to develop. This will be useful in the later part of the solve. Obviously this strip and this strip will have digits displaced by 2. I mean by 2 positions, not by 2, I meant by 2 positions, because if you have a 6 here, 6 is getting displaced by 2 cells here. So whatever digit is in this column, it will be displaced by 2 positions in this column. So suppose, let's say I have a 6 here. So you will have the 6 here, and whatever digit is in this cell will go here, and whatever is here will go here. So it's basically displaced by 2 positions, right? So it's important to remember that. That's very interesting. So what do I do here? Look at this cell, it's very restricted. 3, 5, 6, 8, 2, 4, 7. So it's 1 or a 9. Cannot be any other cell. So I'm just thinking what happens if this cell is a 1. Is that possible? Because we do not have much to do with respect to the Sudoku. So this, if I could eliminate, could get a lot of progress. If the 1 is in this cell, then 6 cannot go here, because 1 will be under the 6 and you can not have 1 under the 6 in for any of these options. So if the 1 is here, 6 will be here and 6 would be here. 1 is here and 1 is here, right? So that would put the, okay, it's just a little bit far-fetched, but anyway, it's still good way to think. Okay, before I go to that, let's just do these things. 6 is in one of these 2 cells in row 2. And 2 in this row must be in one of these 2 cells in row 8. Oh, that's nice, guys. Very tough to see. We were seeing whether 1 could be here and we couldn't go anywhere. Now let us see if 1 can be in this cell. this is the break into the Sudoku. The fact that 1 cannot be here. What happens is, if you have a 1 here, then 1 is forced into these 3 cells. So on first look, this seems very possible. There is no issue. But the thing is, at the start I said that in each of the slot machines, the digits will be displaced by 2 positions, right? Now, if I have a 1 or a 2 here, then my 1 or a 2 in this slot machine, let me highlight this cell. I'll show you what happens. Let's highlight this yellow. If this cell is 1 or a 2, then in this slot machine, that yellow cell has to be either here or here, right? It can either be moved down by 2 cells, or it can be moved up. Remember, the strips wrap around the grid as per the rules. So in order to displace it by 2 positions, I can take it above and then come back down, or I can just simply move it down. Now we know that both of these cells cannot be 1 and 2 because both the 1 and 2s are here. So clearly the yellow cell cannot be a 1 or a 2. And using the same idea, I can eliminate the 1 and 2 from here, because I would have the 1 and 2 either here or here, right? If I have a 1 or 2 here, the first step is done. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 will be eliminated here. Now what happens is, we are in for a real contradiction. Let's say this is 1. So automatically 1 is forced here, right? Because this will be a 1-2 pair and this will be a 1-2 pair. So a 1 here forces a 1 here, and this will be 2 and this will be 2. So this is an instant contradiction, because 2 is 2 cells behind, you can say in the downward direction, but in here it's upward. So the order is clearly violated. So the 2 has to be here. So this is the contradiction. It's very tough to see, but this is how you have to see in order to continue the Sudoku. You cannot have 1-2s in ones in these 3 cells, because the slot machines are displaced by exactly 2 cells. I mean columns 2 and column 8 especially, right? So 1 is eliminated here because that would force 1 in here, which means this cell has to be a 1. And now I get a lot of information. This cannot be a 6 because that would force 6 here and 1 here, not possible. So this is a 6, which gives 6 here, and this one gives me a 1 here. This is too good, right? And now I know 2 must be in one of these 2 cells, right, by Sudoku. So which means 2 must be in one of these 2 cells, and you can't have a 2 here. So the only cell left for a 2 is here, and which means this is a 2. So you can see that the slot machine is preserving its order. All right. So let's remove the 2. And I can't have 1 here because that would force 2 in this slot machine here, but 2 is not possible. Okay. So 1 is in these 3 cells in row 8, and I can't have 1 here because 2 would be forced here. This is also not a 1, which means 1 is in one of these 2 cells. 1 is not here, and 1 here gives me a 9 in this cell. These would be 4, 7 for the row. So in column 5, we know that 1 must be in these 2 cells, and I can't have 1 here because under the 1 I have a 6, but if I have a 1 here, this under the 1 I have a 4 or a 7. So this is 1, and which means this would be 6. So under the 6 there is a 4, 7. This is a 4, 7, and you can't have a 4. Now you can see how the Sudoku is turning from despair and into utter joy and fun, right? It's becoming really fun to solve. So 167, 167, 167, and 2 cells before that you have a 2. So 2 cells before that, this will be a 2, right? So you can see that if you go down in this direction, the slot machine is still preserving its order. All right, now what do we do? So 2 in box 2 has to be here. So these would be 4, 8, and 9, and you can't have 4 here. So 4 is in these 2 cells, and 1 by Sudoku in column 7 has to be here. Can we look at the sixers? Okay, 6 is not going anywhere. 2 3 6 1 4 8, so 5 7 9 7 9 5 9. So between the 2 and the 1 I have a 5 and a 9, so this will be a 5 9, it's not a 6, so 6 goes here, and this is not a 6, it's a 5 and 9. 4 in column 5 goes with the 3s. So this cell right here is not 1 6 and 7, 2 3 and 4, so it's 5 8 9. So just above the 2 I have a 5 8 and 9. Let me remove these stray pencil marks, and it cannot be a 5. It's 8 9 8 9, and this goes up and comes here, so this is also 8 and 9. All these cells must be same. That's excellent. And I have 5 7 9 here, which means this is not a 9 and this is not a 9, this is 8. Excellent. So which means above the 2 we have an 8. This is 8. This is not 8, 4, so that's 8 9. This will be 4 and 7. Can't have 7 there, that's a 4, that's a 7, this is a 3. So above the 8 there is a 4, this is a 4, this is a 3 in these two cells, which means there is a 3 here because I just went above the 4 and came back here. And these two cells will take a 3. There is a stray 6. Let's remove that stray pencil mark. 3 cannot be here, so that is a 3, which means under the 7 there is a 3. Under the 7 there is a 3. So 5 9. This is not a 3. This is a 5 9. That's excellent. 5 9. This would be 3. 3 would be going in row 9, column 1. This is 7. And wrappers are being thrown all over the place in utter joy. So 7 goes, okay, 6, 7 goes here. 2 3 5 1 6 7 8 cannot be here, so 8 is here. That's 4 and 9. That's 5 7. This is 5 7 for the column. Okay, we put the 5 9 here. There must be surely an easy way to complete a Sudoku, which I'm not able to see. 3 has to be here. This would be 6 and 8, and you have an 8 here, so that's 6, that's 8. This 6 gives a 6 here, excellent, which puts the 7 here, so this would be a 5 9, and you have a 5 here, so that is a 9 5 9 7 5. Now I know the slot machine order completely, so this between the 3 and the 4, 5 9 5 9, and this will be 4 5 8. So this is a 4, this is 8, this is 5, 4 gives a 9 here, a 4 here. This would be 7 8, this would be 1 9, this would be a 9, this would be 1. Oh, got angry. 1 and 5, and there is a 5 here, so that is a 1, that is a 5, that is a 1 9 9 8 8 and 7. And with that we have completed this really wonderful Sudoku by Prasanna. What a Sudoku, really. Just one deduction, guys, to eliminate the 1 from this cell right here. What happens is it placed a 1 2 here and it gave a 1 2 here, and we knew that the slot machine will have its digits displaced by 2 cells because of the 6 pattern in here, and that really gave a beautiful break into the Sudoku. And you can see the slot machine 291 6 7 3 5 4 8, 291 6 7 3 5 4 8, 291 6 7 3 5 4 8. It preserves its order. So hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully this Sudoku should serve as an excellent practice for the upcoming Indian Sudoku Championship. We'll see you soon again with the video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.